Hi everyone, today is the 24th of April 2026. I'm currently out at the moment. The weather's not that great, but I thought I'd update you guys in regards to my court cases. I'm still waiting to hear from IPCA and New Zealand Police. I know I've won my cases. They can't even appeal it because they have no case at all. It's just a very serious criminal case. Obviously, they locked me out and they haven't investigated anything. And while they haven't done their job as a public officer, I've suffered really serious repercussions of discrimination, people secretly stealing and sabotaging me purposely. So on this video clip, you'll see a picture or a post of an oppression. Basically, that is what they had did to me while I was working for my employer. Can I prove it? Yes. Everything's on my personal property. So people have used me for tax invasion, a foot in the door, stealing my intellectual property, clear case of home invasion. Yes, I'm a witness to murder. Okay, I do know that my friend Angela is murdered, but now when I look back, I believe she was going through what I'm going through. So I've had to go public because for my own safety of what I'm going through, because it's the government that is actually the defendant. So I'm actually out today house hunting. I still haven't found a place yet, but because what I'm going through is actually not my fault, it is definitely intentional. The sabotaging, the home invasion, and just everything is all being micromanaged by the opposing ally. Okay, so yesterday I actually rang the court's number because I wanted to follow up about my other cases. They're all closed, obviously, but in the old court system, because my case is a criminal case, all those other cases or everything about me is all put together in a criminal jurisdiction. So I just had to make a decision. What am I going to do with these other cases while I'm waiting for these other cases to complete? So I made a decision. I will continue my next cases with the Ministry of Health and CityMed. I am going to be pressing criminal charges down the criminal route, so I'll update you guys about that. I've already pressed official criminal charges. I just want them now to actually be laid and just go through the criminal jurisdiction, because it's obviously a very clear case of body corporates trafficking me in persons, and we're talking about internal corruption while I was working for my employer. I'm opening up PSA 2. The last time I made a judgment of summary judgment of liability, I sued them too. So I'm just still kind of deciding whether I should just continue with the civil with that one or just go straight and press criminal charges. The good thing about going down the criminal route is actually quicker than the civil, for obvious reasons with what I'm going through. So I'll update you. I should hear from the IPCA and New Zealand court soon. It's just in the last couple of days I have been struggling with my mental health, and just the prolonging everything to do with me is intentional because they don't want to make a deal. Because they have no case. To this day, New Zealand Police and independent police conduct, they can't appeal it. It's too serious. But I haven't shown you their evidence or my evidence. I'm just going to wait and see what the outcome with IPCA and New Zealand Police, and then I'll update you. I've sued them each $10 million according to the law. Okay, so but I have felt that the public scrutiny and linking to everybody in my personal life, they're secretly trying to steal my court cases, and that's quite clear on the evidence. Like, they have stolen off me in the past. So I'll just update you soon. I'll use this video clip as an introduction of my next video clip to do with my posts and, you know, whatever I feel on my heart to show at the end of this clip. So now just to touch note on Henry Cavill, yes, he's not my imaginary friend or a scam, guys, okay? The opposing allies linking to all the other relationship scams are all operating together against me and trying to prove to the public that I'm unstable and that I have a mental illness, but I don't. There is a problem, and then there is a problem, okay? So my problem is not because of my own doing. I'm a very stable human being. I'm very intelligent, and I'm not blowing my horn. I'm stating a fact. I am. But this relationship scam and using me like an app, the opposing allies are stealing my ideas, and Unison Dance Crew Incorporated, while I tried to close my court cases at that point in time when I was working for my employer, they did exactly the same thing that what I'm going through. The other thing is they've used me also for relationship scams, and I'm divorced, okay? I've been divorced since 2006 was when I lodged my divorce papers. So I'm legally by law and a divorced female, but I don't know who's behind what I'm going through, but it's almost like I'm not allowed to get married or I'm not allowed to have a relationship. But I have felt that my exes are trying to claim something that doesn't belong to them. I don't belong to any of them because they're not in my life anymore. So that is what I'm up against. But trust me, they're not going to get anything from me. I just want to put closure to my court cases and go forward. So I'll update you with what I'm going through. The weather's not that great. I came here to look at a place, at a property, but the agent hasn't turned up, so I'll probably go home soon. But I am trying my best to find myself a place. Okay, the other thing I have found with Henry and myself situation, I won't lie, the opposition knows that we are close and they're trying to break us up. And at the same time, I've been denouncing all those other women and their video clips and those people stealing his identity and pretending that he is living with those women and he is interacting with them. But that they are his lookalike, okay? That those people are using their lookalike. That's how it works in the Hollywood world. Henry, I'm talking to the original Henry Cavill, and I'm finding the people in the middle are trying to break us up, or both of us up. So if he gets murdered or I get murdered, then everything he does and I do, wherever he is, all that is part of a criminal case to find out who is breaching our privacies and who is sabotaging. But this is so serious. We're talking about a very serious case of other countries and other states and other cultures stealing money that doesn't belong to them, okay? Obviously, my court cases are worth $60 million because I've got 6 cases pending, and I haven't even pressed criminal charges against the bank. There are other body corporates involved in my case, but I will keep you guys updated. I don't believe God's gonna. I don't believe I went through this journey for God to allow me to be murdered, okay? I have been struggling with depression, and I won't deny. I'm doing counselling. So if you're going through what I'm going through, I recommend do counselling because it helps you go forward. Although the repercussion of repeating things has its toll, because you know, you're going to the crime scene and going over crime scene issues that should have been dealt with in the criminal jurisdiction. But I'm going through oppression, and that's what oppression does. So basically you're struggling with your own self, okay? The devil doesn't have authority over your will or over you. So basically I've been doing counselling recently. It is helping me get my confidence back, and also not to give up on my court cases. I don't believe God wants me to give up on my court cases, because I actually represent my God, and my God is, I am a Christian, and I've had many cultures and many religions try and steal my identity or put their beliefs on me. But this is my personal journey, and I'm sharing it as the truth, okay? So I'll finish this video clip now, and I'll just probably make my way home. The agent hasn't turned up. I don't know why, but I believe I will get a place soon. My sister is helping me out, so I'm really grateful for the help that I am getting in the moment with what I'm going through. I really am. But I think everyone can see and understand what I'm going through right now. Just on my last post, I talked about a whistleblower. So if you don't know what a whistleblower is, I am a whistleblower. Yes, I am exposing what they did to me while I was working for the Ministry of Justice is not on. And yes, those people can all be charged for fraud, okay? And it's also to do with public funding. So people have, you know, for whatever reason, they're doing what they're doing. They have nothing legally against me. I am the innocent victim, and people are trying to claim something that doesn't belong to them. So basically, I'm just exercising my right as an individual, because we can represent ourselves in government. I have been thinking about how should I reveal the laws that allows me to represent myself, because everything about my case against the Ministry of Health and City Med is all fraud. They sabotaged everything. But it is a felony and misdemeanor cases. All right, guys, I better let you go. I've gone a little bit too long with this clip.
Hi guys, welcome to Authentic Ingenuity Entrepreneur. My name is Mina. Today is the 25th of April 2026. That was just a quick video clip, and I used it as an introduction from yesterday. But today I will carry on and finish it with just with what I've got on my heart this morning. As it turned out, the agent didn't turn up yesterday, but we did talk on the phone in the afternoon, and she said she sent me a text, but I didn't get it, that they cancelled it, the appointment about 10 in the morning yesterday morning, but I didn't get the text. But we've rescheduled our our appointment for next week. But as you can see, I'm not the type of person to stay home and wallow in self-pity. I'm constantly, every week and every day, working on something. Even when I'm in my room, my court cases takes hours and hours and hours of work. So, and it takes a lot of research and a lot of concentration and putting together. So obviously, I'm dealing with my personal property in the courts. I'm dealing with my legal identity, my entity, my ideas, my intellectual property, which is my court cases, life of a person, or the facts in court, and what I've gone through personally, and anything that is tangible property that belongs to me in my existence as a human being. So basically, I'm dealing with my personal property in the courts. So that is what I'm doing. So my YouTube channel and my Facebook page is mine. So that is classified as part of my personal property. So just bear with me. I don't have a mouse. I've got to use my fingers. So just bear with me if I take a little bit longer. I try not to. But I am definitely a lockout situation since I lost my privacy while I was working for the Ministry of Justice. Can I prove it? Yes, 100%, because of the stealing from my bank accounts while I was working for my employer. And then Unison Dance Crew, I was working for my employer. at that point of time when I legalized it myself. It was my idea to legalize the group into a non-profit organization. And then unfortunately, the people at the time, they set me up and then they kicked me out of the group. So that's what actually happened. But then I tried to close the group at the courts, in the district courts. The case officer was Amy Bell at that point of time. She was a court deputy registrar. There were other people involved in the Unison dance crew, but they wouldn't let me like I wanted to close the group because I knew it was worth a lot of money and public funding would be at risk. So yes, I have a reasonable belief people have pinned me down while I was working for my employer at this point of time and stole hundreds and hundreds of thousands of public money using my identity because my identity was stolen. So that is a very serious allegation, which is true. But it was me who legalized it, and I tried over the years to get it closed. I even rang Inland Revenue and they confirmed that I was the CEO of it still legally. I told them the situation and they said I just had to get something from the courts. And but it is a serious fraud case historically. So the cybercrime over the years have accumulated. The people that have used me and stole off me. It's a conspiracy linking to the government and people in prominent occupation. So they've glued themselves to me historically. But it's definitely, I've been locked out for a very long time. So I just want to get you in the mindset. They have used me like a product, basically stealing my energy, my ideas, and I'm walking around like a zombie. Well, I'm not a zombie, but I'm trying to go forward, but they're stealing everything. I don't know who ever thought of what I've gone through as something normal. It is not normal. It's inhumane, it's illegal, and it's very, very dangerous. So there's definitely a home invasion case. I have exhausted the court system, so there's a very serious malfunction of the justice system. It is global and in international cases too. Let's have a look. Oh, great. I just realized I had my video clip off. I've been talking for quite a while and the clip was off. So this here is the acts of terrorism. Okay. Historically, this is what the global conspiracy they've been doing to me. Okay. So those singers that do their songs and lyrics, and I know who you are. Okay. You are guilty. But what you are doing as part of a conspiracy game to pin me down and take me out, you're making money out of making somebody a slave. So I'm the slave, the love triangle slave. They're using their songs and are moved by our emotions and our activities, and then they're making songs according to the originals emotions. This is where Amy Denton came in, or some, just any of those women. The singers are using their emotions, and they're basically fighting a war with me. But they're using their songs to make money or to express how they feel. But it's also a criminal tactic to let everybody know globally about the game. Okay, so it's a conspiracy, and that is a really serious risk to life because it's a tactic game. It's also, their lyrics are sometimes defaming. They're talking about, for example, I can use this as an excuse. As an example, they've some of these people are trying to make out that Henry Cavill is gay. He is not gay. They're also probably saying I'm gay. I'm actually not gay. I got members in the family that are gay, but that's their business. That doesn't mean I am. But that's how they're doing defaming. That's another form of defamation, is when singers are making up lyrics about people's character that's not even true. And not only that, it's not by consent. So I'm denouncing all that. Okay, so, but it's a warlike conspiracy tactic. They've used things like my bank accounts. I can even prove that they're using things from my bank account, like for coding. But that is how a conspiracy happens, and the gangs are all linked into this. These people are linked to your family. They only need to just come in your room, look at what you do, read your journal. I keep a journal. I've been keeping journaling since I can't even remember, but I do remember going back to 2010. I was journaling everything. So I know people have been reading my journals. I have a whiteboard. I know people look at my whiteboard, but maybe that's the cause of my intimacy of everything, is because they're reading my personal private journals, and anything that I do, they are repeating it secretly, and so that doesn't help me or in my favor. But in saying that, it's quite clear of home invasions taking place. So unfortunately, because I've exhausted the justice system, and my case has gone through total of 19 judges, which is disgusting. There are probably more than 19, and I have a very good memory. Okay, I know a lot of people are no longer there anymore. Maybe some are dead, but it doesn't matter if those people die. With what I've gone through, the truth can easily be dug up and find out what's happened to them and how they died. But it's definitely criminal negligence and recklessness has occurred. I have used the system. I am being locked out intentionally. Many aggravated assault and battery, people doing their assault and battery indirectly when I'm out. So when the laws talks about whether it's directly or indirectly, psychological and mental abuse is exactly it's just the same as a direct violence. So when people are acting indirectly to hurt me intimately, that's classified as aggravated assault and battery when they're doing their insulting, their indirect coding to insult or to put me down or to discriminate me or to refer to body parts, whatever it is. That is classified as aggravated assault and battery. So if you don't know that, you can be charged for that, even if you think you're just doing it as a joke or being sarcastic. But if it's intentional to hurt somebody, to damage, you can still be charged for assault and battery, indirect. But this kind of case I've gone through is that there's so many suspects because they've just buried me in my truth. But treason's definitely taking place because it's global. So I'm just taking one day at a time, but I'll leave it at there for now. I'll update you guys as soon as I know. Whether it's good news or bad news, I'm praying for closure because I really do need to go forward. So I'll just finish it at that, and I'll update you with my other court cases. I had made the decision I'm going to be dealing with the Ministry of Health and City Med next. I haven't decided what to do with PSA yet, whether I should just put it through to the criminal, because I know once a case like mine goes through the criminal jurisdiction, the criminal judge will draw everybody in who's involved in what I've gone through because it's too serious. You would find a criminal judge wouldn't even play around with my kind of case because the civil jurisdiction judges do not have that same mindset. They don't have the warrant. In fact, I remember when I was talking to Judge Gillette, that was for IPCA, and I went through the actus reus because I knew she's not a criminal judge, so I wanted to get her to understand that that they have already committed the offence. They can't, like it's a criminal case, and she kind of stopped me during the hearing and said, oh, this is a civil case. But I have asked the judge in this case that's handling IPCA and New Zealand Police to listen to the actual hearing for the 8th of September, and also to listen to the hearing for the 30th of October 2024. So I'll leave it at that. I'm quite sure I got a good feeling it could come to a good, like I could feel really good because I know I've won. I know they've got nothing against me. But then to have the judge do the opposite, our words can't describe how bad that feels when it's like, that is not right. That's so wrong. It shouldn't even be happening even as a joke or some kind of experiment on a human being. It's illegal. It's inhumane, and it is crimes against humanity. But anyway, I'll finish my video clip right here now. So I'll keep you updated. Thanks.